While you explore the backrooms, it's pretty easy to find yourself not being alive anymore. Levels, effects, entity attacks, and a ton of other things could happen to you, and this could signal the fact that you're gonna die. But a question that many people have about the Backrooms lore is what happens to a person when they die inside the Backrooms. So today in this video, I will be examining that question and be going over all of the theories and all the lore that we have about it. And trust me, it gets pretty weird, so let's go ahead and get into the video without any more explanation, and let's see what happens if and when you die in the Backrooms. So the answer to the question changes depending on who you ask. As with everything inside the Backrooms lore, there's a million opinions. There are, however, several different theories on what actually happens to wanderers who end up meeting their fate in the various levels. There are 5 main theories, and I will be discussing each and every one of them in this video. The theories are the grave theory, the heaven theory, the purgatory theory, the lucid theory, and the hell theory. And like I just said, I will be getting into each and every one of those as we continue on through this video. Stick around for that. But before I get into them, I want you all to go down in the comments section below, and I want you to tell me what you think happens when you actually die inside the Backrooms. I'm interested to see what kind of theories you have, but without any more yapping, let's go ahead and get into each of them. The most commonly believed and most famous theory is the grave theory, and the reason that's true is because of a little famous Backrooms level known as the grave. I have a full video on that level from a couple years ago. I'll link it below if you're interested. Hopefully I don't forget to do that, I always do. But I'm not going to make you go watch the video, I'll give you a little summary here. Essentially, the grave level is a resting place, supposedly, for the souls of those who have passed away inside the confines of the Backrooms. The level looks to be a huge, dark, and expansive landscape dotted with mountains and hills and rivers and strange structures all over. There's no sun in the sky, and the level is lit by a series of moons that kind of give everything this ethereal glow. But just like the name The Grave suggests, the level's main features is the landscape full of gravestones that's scattered throughout. There's headstones, there's tombs, there's coffins, there's giant buildings with bodies in them, all over the entire landscape. And the level's thought to be infinite, so it's just like infinite graves over and over again. You know, so why else would a level exist with millions and millions of graves if not for the millions and millions of people who die in the Backrooms? However, there are a few detractions from the grave theory that kind of poke holes in it. For one, some of the gravestones and grave sites here are huge, like way too big for regular people, which means they must belong to giants. And since we haven't really seen giants in the Backrooms, we're not really sure. Another thing is that the grave can actually be seen and explored through astral projection. And this can be done while the person is still alive, but it's a risky thing to do. However, essentially, it's when you can project your own consciousness through reality into a different space. So you can be on level 0 and then kind of astrally project yourself into the grave. Again, this is dangerous to do, but the fact that you can actually see the level through that without dying might mean it's not actually where the souls truly go. It's a good theory, but as of this video, we just truly don't know what happens to people who enter the grave. If they're actually dead, or if that's not the end. The next theory is the heaven theory, which basically revolves around another level that's pretty famous with a very creative name called heaven. The level takes place somewhere up in the sky among the never-ending clouds and windowscapes of this level. It's very unexplored and really not much is known about it, but those who go there say they have this feeling of exuberance while exploring. It's as if they're ascending into a higher level of being. They feel alive more so than they've ever felt. And usually people that find themselves there are unsure of how they got there. Again, I have an entire video on this level, go check it out. But those crazy feelings of ascension pretty much make some people believe that you're actually ascending into heaven and you had to die to get here. We can't be for sure, since literally so little is known about it, but that's all we know. It's a theory, not the best, not the worst. The purgatory and the hell theories are where things get pretty interesting, because these two theories are unlike the rest. The rest of the theories pretty much say that one level in the Backrooms is where you go to if you die inside of it, like the grave or heaven. But these two theories, purgatory and hell, say that the Backrooms as a whole, the Backrooms itself, is actually purgatory or hell, and that each level of the Backrooms is just a different layer of those explorable places. Now, these theories actually make a little bit of sense if you've ever read the Divine Comedy written by Dante. Go check out Wendigoon's video if you haven't, it's a banger. But essentially, Dante describes there to be different layers of consciousness after we die. There's purgatory, there's paradise, and there's the inferno, which is hell. And that as humans, you can traverse between these different levels of the afterlife over time. You can start in purgatory, you can go back down to the inferno, you can make your way back up to purgatory and ascend all the way back up to paradise. It takes thousands of years to do this and it's really hard, but what if that's how the Backrooms works? What if the halls and the levels and the effects and everything that I discuss on this channel, this entire channel stuff, what if that is what the afterlife is, and the human souls that wander through the Backrooms are just destined to explore and level up through the different places for all eternity? It kind of perfectly matches the Divine Comedy, and it kind of makes sense too. But for this entire theory to be real, it would mean that you have to die in real life, and then that's how you get sent to the Backrooms. So technically, you couldn't actually truly die in the Backrooms, you just get ascended or descended down to levels based on what you do. The last theory that I will be discussing is the lucid theory. The only way to access the actual Backrooms is by lucid dreaming, or becoming aware, becoming sentient of your dream and controlling your dream while you're dreaming. And by doing that, you can access the Backrooms in all its levels. Some say this happens between the hours of 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Some say it's 1 to 2, we just don't know. But if that's true and you died in this lucid dream, then you would just wake up the next morning and be fine, because you're just dreaming. Typically, dreams don't affect your physical body, so if you ran into an entity in the Backrooms and you got eaten alive by it, you would just wake up like nothing ever happened. I saved this theory for last because it's kind of the lamest theory, but it's also up there with probably the most realistic part. If you die in the Backrooms, nothing actually happens to your soul. So those are all the main theories on what most people in the fandom believe that happens if you die inside the Backrooms. But just like most things inside this niche, we truly don't have a firm answer. There's not one theory that's more right or more wrong than the other. They're all up for debate. They're all there. The general consensus is that if the Backrooms was real and you were trapped inside of it and you died, your soul would simply be trapped inside of one of the levels that I mentioned today, like the grave or heaven or something else. But that all changes when you think that the Backrooms actually is not real and that it can only be accessed by lucid dreaming, or even if you go with the Divine Comedy angle and say that the only way to explore there is to actually die in real life. It's crazy, it's wild, none of it's real, but who cares? Let me know down in the comments what you think is the theory, or if you agree with any theory I mentioned today, or if I missed a theory. Just let me know. That's it for the video. Thank you all for watching this kind of theory MatPat style video. If you did enjoy, leave a like. I'd love to do more of them. If you want to see, just let me know. If you have any other theories on Backroom stuff that you want me to make deep dive videos in like this, then just again, tell me in the comments. I'll be glad to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Check out all my links below, yada, 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 all that stuff. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.